Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. Today we're going to talk about cinching a sectional wire, and I might have spelt cinch wrong. I've seen it spelled C-Y-N-C-H. I've seen it spelled C-I-N-C-H. I don't really care. Cinching a sectional wire is 100% necessary. If your wire does not go to the molar tubes, it must be cinched if it is round. If it is a heavy rectangular and it's filling the slots, you probably don't need to because it's not going to flip around, make a smile, make a frown, or do weird things. So a lot of you are not doing it, and then strange things are happening and teeth are going through the bone and you're asking why. It's because you did not cinch your wire. Remember the steps to cinching. And I do have like kind of a demo video. Hey, listen, it's not the greatest. I do not have a professional studio. So some of you guys are like, oh, your graphics are bad. I'm like, these are available for free, 1900 videos. So be glad that there is a video, and you know what, just practice on a typodont, practice on a patient, practice on a wire. All you got to do is buy a wire, ideally Undertie, and a Bic lighter. It's not that hard, and some type of plier. I'm sure you have a plier of some sort, be a hemostat, be it a bird beak, whatever. I don't really care. I just use whatever wire is sitting around. Winegard, Matho, I don't really care. I've made them all work. So get your Undertie wire, right? This is really meant for round Undertie wires or rectangular wires that don't fully fill the slot. By that, I mean, if you don't know what that means, you really should take our Straightwire course or sift through our whole Straightwire playlist. Please do not complain that the playlist has 400 plus videos because I just add them as I go over the last 7 years. So yes, you have to sift through them. Some are good. Some the audio is not great. You guys are complaining. Sorry, they're free. It is what it is. All right, so get your Undertie wire. You want to measure it. So that means you're going to cut it longer than you think you need, thread it throughout all the slots the best possible so that, you know, just like it was like fully in the slots. Make sure there's a little bit extra on both ends, maybe a couple millimeters, 2 or 3 millimeters, better to aim for 3. And then you're going to go ahead and trim the wire. And then you're going to go ahead and get your Bic lighter or your Bunsen burner, and you're going to hold that end of the wire into the blue part of the flame so that it glows. It should glow like this. Okay, so it's actually going to glow. The wire will glow a color. Okay, fun with fire if you're a pyro. It will then, that area that glowed will turn black. Okay, once it does that, of course, cool it off before you touch it. You don't want to burn yourself. Run it under some water or give it a few seconds to go ahead and cool. I usually rest it against my wrist, make sure it doesn't melt my glove before I go ahead and do anything else. Then I go ahead and get my random plier and I go ahead and cinch that end in. Remember, it should go in to the mouth, okay? In, like lingual, in, not out, okay? Not up, not down, in, lingual, okay? Because I'm assuming your sectional is an anterior wire, so in, okay? Like 90-degree bend in, lingual. And then you go ahead and make sure you didn't make it too short. So put it back in again, try it in, make sure it fits perfectly. It should be good enough so you can fully engage it and that it ends just terminal to the distal end of the most terminal bracket, okay? Just distal to the most terminal end of the bracket. If it's too long, it's gonna still potentially flip around, it's gonna poke the patient. Remember, as teeth are crooked, they take up more space. Once teeth get straighter, the extra wire is going to come out the back and it's going to be longer and potentially more pokey. So as the teeth, if you got really crooked teeth, as they start to get straighter, you may have to repeat this. You may have to take it out and repeat the cinch and make it a little bit shorter. Or you just move up the wire sequence, assuming if they were super, super crooked, it was probably a 12 or a 14 or a 16, and then you're going to move up to 18. So maybe you don't need to do that. Then you go ahead and stick it in, you figure 8 or steel tie your teeth, and you are good to go. And it should not flip around if you measured it properly. And if it flips around, bad things can happen. I want to remind you, bad things can happen. So you need to make sure you did it right. Make sure you're seeing these patients every 8 to 10 weeks. And if you're not sure, you can always put them on virtual monitoring. That is how to cinch a sectional wire. Again, this is covered in our Straightwire course or in our entire Straightwire playlist. Or if you need help with a case, we can offer you help with one case or all your cases. If somehow you pick a case that isn't appropriate, we will give you a credit for another case later, as long as we don't work that one up. So if we take a quick brief look at it, and then we decide that there's some things that aren't great together, and you know, after the first few minutes we're like, yeah, maybe this wasn't a good one, maybe you're going to refer this one out. As long as that meeting is, you know, under 5 minutes or so, and we don't actually do a treatment plan or go over a lot of stuff on that case, it is a credit for another time. We'll just end the meeting, and you can have a credit for another case that you can use anytime within a year. I'm pretty flexible on that. Don't show up 10 years down the road. Can't promise you that. But I think you have nothing to lose in terms of case selection. A lot of you guys are looking for this perfect case. I say just, you know, pick a case, and if it's not good, then so be it. Now, what I don't say is that if you don't sell the case, it has nothing to do with selling the case. This is not on production. It has to do with treatment planning an appropriate case. So sometimes people will treatment plan a case with me that they don't sell, but there's still a treatment planning learning curve. Anytime you do a case, you're going to see a case like that, most likely down the road. So take detailed notes, you'll understand it, ask your questions, ask all your questions, you know, get things all set up, and then later, you know, bank that in your brain, and you will probably see a very similar case show up on your doorstep later, and you'll know exactly what to do when that case comes again. So that's why it's good to treatment plan a lot of cases, even if they're cases that you didn't sell or you really don't plan on doing. That's why I strongly recommend that you try a concierge plan for 1, 2, or 3 months. A lot of people do years and years and years, because you can just do all your cases, even if you never sell them. Because in 3 months of cases, if you treatment plan every single case, you will totally understand ortho. All right, thanks so much.